It's always the ones you least expect. They appear silently and then disappear again into the dark. No clues left behind, no witnesses, human abominations, beasts. But one trace always remains. Hidden beyond this world, far from the eyes of mortals. This is where I shall search for it. After a few miles, the landscape had changed beyond recognition. The sky was overcast with heavily laden clouds from which every now and then blinding claws of lightning roared and sank somewhere into the depths of the forest. During those brief flashes of light, twisted branches of trees were visible in the mist and stretched towards me like hands of the dead. The rain was surprisingly cold, and its drops left a bitter flavor on my tongue. I pulled my hood lower down my forehead and quickened my pace. The prey never comes to the hunter on its own. The hunter must chase it, anywhere. After a while, the mist suddenly parted and I saw the contours of wooden walls, behind which my target was hiding. Then the silhouette of a church appeared in the mist. Through the trees to the west, I could see the entrance to the mines. I had arrived. Before approaching the gates of Cavorn, I pulled the letter from my pocket that had led me to this place and read it again. Then I made it for the town gate.
The gatekeeper disappeared inside and I was left in front of the gate. To be honest, I didn't expect a warm welcome, and I didn't get one. In a way, I understood it. Who could welcome a hooded freak tattooed like a saracen? But I had become accustomed to this. Friendship and hospitality, these were luxuries that would only present obstacles to me. Cutting out the bed, I sometimes unwittingly cut deeper than would be healthy, but as long as everybody was a stranger to me, there was no need to care. After a short while, Mayor St. John himself arrived. The bold fat man welcomed me into the town, but from his sideways glances, it was evident that he was not sure that my invitation had not been a big mistake. The door closed behind the mayor and I was alone in my new house. I wasn't happy about the development of the situation. It wasn't hard to size him up. He was a weakling and a coward, and his hasty decision to hang the young undertaker Duncombe proved just that. He saw my task very clearly, to prove he hadn't been wrong with the sentence and preferably to even put the blame on the disappearance of the Greers on Duncombe. Only too often, I've witnessed such quick executions when just after detecting the real culprit, the sentenced murders were transformed into innocent victims. There should always be plenty of time before the noose or sword. I doubted Duncombe had killed his lover and the old married couple. It was just a feeling, but my intuition has proven right too often to just brazen it out. Where was I to start? I should really survey the cellar and then start searching for traces and finding facts in the town. Eleanor's body was burnt to ashes on a pyre. There was nothing I could do about her. The undertaker was a different case, however. If I managed to get him down from the gallows to my cellar, find the necessary herbs to prepare soul creep, I could get some useful information from him. It's not that I was looking forward to the conversation. A dead man who is also a madman is not the ideal partner for a conversation. There's a murderer out there, and I'm supposed to sleep? The cellar of my new house was more than suitable. The mayor couldn't have anticipated what it would be used for, but he had nevertheless chosen well. The worst his fear-fueled imagination could come up with was the vision of diabolic potions that could be prepared there. He was not wrong at this point. A large, solid table was the ideal place for me to lay out my kit for preparing such potions. The massive timbers would serve me well for hanging dead bodies and for fastening my hands for the moment when a demon starts to tear the soul out of my cooling body. What a sweet home for me and my future silent companions. It's empty. An empty table won't help me much. It's empty.
Why? I had my sword. Why? I had my sword.
No thanks. I'm not thirsty. The undertaker's house looked more or less how I had imagined it. Unfinished stone crosses, a coffin, simple furnishing. But added to that, stains of dry human blood all over the floor and a blanket lying next to a simple bed. Something was wrong here. I'm not speaking about the blood. I've seen too many similar scenes. But here, even the main thing, the victim, was missing. A more interesting thing was that I didn't feel anything here. In such places, I usually had an unpleasant, stinging feeling, as if my wounds were beginning to open. But nothing of the kind here. Tinderbox. This might come in handy. It's locked. This won't work. It's locked. There's a murderer out there, and I'm supposed to sleep?